Welcome back, everybody, to Funky Star TV. The topic we have today na about Okowa and Peter Obi in a loggerhead, and it is all about criticism. Remember, politicians then get the way where they criticize their opponents, and it's normal because that is politics. APC can criticize PDP, PDP can criticize APC, AAC can criticize anyone they deem fit to. Likewise, other political parties. So the thing when they be say, the fight between Okowa and Peter Obi, because say Peter Obi they go churches, go they do campaign according to Okowa. Say Peter Obi not get the right to go into churches to go they do campaign. Okowa they claim say it not make any sense for somebody like Peter Obi when be presidential candidate to the LP when be Labour Party. Say why? Okowa they ask why Peter Obi go do so. Say it don't make sense because church not be place when they do or when they do politics. Make Okowa not go to involve churches inside their political matter. Okowa now the present governor of Delta State, and also the PDP political party presidential vice presidential aspirant or candidate. Na him Okowa be. Okowa, they among people when don't contact Nigerian people say na APC and PDP. Now them be the only political parties when they get in Nigeria. Now, like I said before, politics now about blasting your opponents. There is no two ways about it. Okowa can say anything to, Peter Obi, to bring Peter Obi down, right? And Peter Obi could still say things, political things. For example, if he get a time when we say Peter Obi not do well when in the as governor, or when in the governorship position. Remember, Peter Obi was former governor of Anambra State years back. So if he get anything when Peter Obi do wrong that time when in the as governor of Anambra State, Okowa can use it against him. And if he gets something when we say Okowa don't do wrong presently or before as a governor of Delta State, Peter Obi or any other political opponent can use it against that person to score political points and to gain the to win the masses so that they could vote for him. So that's so politics they work. All right. Many Nigerian prominent people don't react regarding this Peter Obi going into churches to campaign. But I don't think this is the first time when such a thing they happen. When a politician or a presidential candidate, they go into church, they talk about politics. Remember, even people, when the pastors, the prophet, the prophetess, and all whatnot in Nigeria, all of them are politicians because they know they show people when be Christians any thing about God again. They know they talk anything about God again. The only thing when they talk now money and offering. And even politics. Then they talk politics because you see a lot of people when they call themselves prophets in Nigeria, all their prophecies now about politics. So what thing would be the reason why when Okowa go they claim say people when they go church say they're not supposed to they go campaign inside church, whereas the pastors, the prophets, and the prophetess, each time they want to do their fake prophets or give their fake prophecies. Now about politicians all along, from Buhari to the chairman of the local government areas. Now him pastors them, they talk about. So it not make sense, say, Okowa go they tell us now, say, Peter Obi not supposed to go inside church, whereas all the whole pastors, they are politicians and they are friends. Now, Peter Obi, LP, APC people, and PDP people, AAC people, and all the rest political parties in Nigeria, when they get their own presidential candidates, ladies and gentlemen, they got the right to say anything. They got the right to blast any political opponent. Because if you don't blast your opponent, they will blast you. That is the game. Remember, it gets sometimes when Showore, they talk about so many politicians like the evil where they don't commit in the past. Somebody like Bola Tinubu, Atiku, all of them. And some group of Nigerian people, also some politicians, when they come out, they blame Showore, they tell Showore, say, why in they blast his oppositions? Say, make sense. Say, Showore not they respect the rule that is guiding the election procedure. I mean, Showore not supposed to tell them say they loot money. Showore not supposed to tell Nigerian people say they not give us light. Showore not supposed to tell Nigerian people say Bola Tinubu steal some money or have some property somewhere, or he doesn't attend any university anywhere in the world. Or say Atiku Abubakar get house in America and Dubai. Or say that they loot our billions. See all those senators and the ministers who we get in Nigeria, say all of them are corrupt people. And that is true. So people when they blame Showore, say why in they talk like that? Say in not they respect the elders. Already Showore na elderly man. He's no longer a youth. And that is not disrespecting the elders. That is the game of election and the politics. Now the business when they inside be that, because if you not blast anybody, they will blast you. Your opponent will blast you to be ahead of you. So if Showore or Atiku or Bola Tinubu not blast his opponent, how they want to contest? Waiting they won't contest Nigerian people. The only thing when we know about election during that period, now that period we will see say yes. Now that period we will see say that they expose themselves to the bad things what they do behind closed doors to Nigerian people. So we they watch American election. Everybody dey watch her in the whole world. We dey watch other countries' election. So election goes by criticism. Election goes by blasting. If you not blast your opponent, they will blast you away. They will take you out from the game. So I wonder what somebody like Bola Tinubu want to contest. What do you want to tell Nigerian people? Say he use better pass Atiku Abubakar. Or what Atiku Abubakar want to tell Nigerian people. So Atiku go tell Nigerian people say Bola Tinubu is the best person. Not supposed to be Nigerian president. Or Bola Tinubu won't go tell Nigerian people say, make una carry the position give Atiku Abubakar. It's impossible. So the game goes about blasting, criticism. So people when they claim say Showore they disrespect because we they see them in Arise TV, in channel television, in different occasions. Even in social media where they claim say Showore not supposed to talk all these kind of things. I mean the past things when all these people don't do. So waiting you want make Showore can take use contest. Or waiting you want make Showore they tell his followers and the Nigerian people at large. You want make Showore they come and they tell them say Tinubu are the best. Whereas it's not the best, or Atiku Abubakar, or any other candidate in Nigeria, when they claim say him better pass all of them. So the game na blasting. If you not talk about the bad things when your opponent they do, your opponent will come tell them the one way they do. Now so politics be. So people when they blame Showore, or they blame Okowa because of the comments when he make regarding Peter Obi, or they blame Peter Obi because he go church, or because he travel, or things like that. That is the game. Because you don't get any time when politicians at large, when they're honest, there is nothing about politician that connects with being honesty. So Showore have the right to tell Atiku Abubakar anything when he want to tell. If the public buy him, fine. If they not buy him, no problem. The game continues until the election day when they go fight the final battle. So now so election be. So some people when they blame Showore because they claim say Bola Tinubu in 2019, for example, in carry 2 billion van fully loaded with foreign currencies. And they must tell Nigerian people as well, say Atiku Abubakar not be Nigerian person, and that one another work by Obasanjo still there alive. Then we still go ask Obasanjo. All the whole thing when she already talk, not be lie. Everybody knows that. So why are you blaming him? So election now do or die. Then go blame themselves. Then go do their meeting at the end of the day. All of them will still go the same restaurant with their families because they are all family. They are all family friends as you see them. They are a group of friends. So that is the thing. So today Okowa don't blast Peter Obi. Next time now we'll hear where Peter Obi they throw back to Okowa. Now him be politics. Be politics. So we will continue to, watch as this their game come 2023 they unfold. So it's like where Manchester United and maybe Everton or other football teams where they play their ball. So everybody they play to become the number one team. Even in a team, for example, Team Ronaldo, where Ronaldo then they play, the Spanish Ronaldo, when don't win many titles, wherein they play, himself they play as the best. He want to make the world know him as the best inside the team. Now so APC, AAC, PDP, and all other political parties in anywhere in the world, now so it be. They want to get the best. They want to be number one. They want to control. They want to rule you. They want to tell you how you dress, how you eat, how you move. Even how many times you go to washroom. That is the game of the election, the politics everywhere. You blast me, I blast you. That's the game. Then the masses will can't choose their choice. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe. I think I'm going to rest my case here. One love.